So that's the start of the case.
Okay.
So, student claimed there was some inappropriate behavior in the home.
Yeah.
When he used to date the mother, which was like 8 years ago. Yep. He was terminated, but we negotiated a resignation for him.
So like a settlement agreement? But he can teach, right?
Yeah, he didn't lose the certification. He got about 6 weeks of pay, I think. And then he got the $50,000 pay. He knows what he did. And if he did something inappropriate, he knew it came back on him.
But like, did he like openly?
A lot has happened since our teachers union release last week. The 2 union presidents we exposed in New Jersey were suspended. Then the president of the New Jersey Senate called for hearings to look into the behavior of teacher union officials. And the Democratic governor of New Jersey says he supports the hearings. Last Friday, lawyers for the American Federation of Teachers in Michigan tried again in federal court to stop us from releasing our undercover investigation into their activities. Just yesterday, the federal judge again ruled in our favor. And today, we release part 1 of that investigation into the AFT activities in Michigan. It is a troubling story about the union and a teacher accused of molesting a child. As you watch this video, remember, the AFT in Michigan went to federal court twice trying to block its release. Embedded inside AFT's Michigan headquarters, our undercover journalist found documents exposing a twisted tale of a teacher who had been paid off to go away after accusations of sexual misconduct with a young girl arose. There was a police investigation. We even obtained part of their report. But for the record, the teacher was never arrested, and he denied the accusations against him. But the story of how the American Federation of Teachers in the Lake City, Michigan School District handled the situation with this accused teacher is still troublesome and raises a lot of questions about the practices and priorities of the AFT. It is indeed a cautionary tale.
Well, I did have one.
Oh, really?
Actually, I did. And actually, this teacher lost his job, too.
Oh, what happened?
He was forced to resign.
Johnny Mickles is a field representative for the American Federation of Teachers in Michigan. He says he represented the teacher, who was teaching middle school in Lake City, Michigan at the time of the investigation.
Small city. Teacher used to date the mother of this student when the student was young.
Oh, wow. Did she ever have him as a teacher?
So that's the start of the case.
Okay.
So, student claimed there was some inappropriate behavior in the home.
Yeah.
When he used to date the mother, which was like 8 years ago. There were some reports about some child protection reports.
When questioned by the police, the young victim said that the teacher entered her room on several occasions. Quote, she stated that the teacher placed his hand under the sheets and touched the inner portion of her thigh, unquote. The incidents occurred sometime in 2006, but were not reported until 2013, when the alleged victim just happened to become a student of the teacher.
Then when the student get to his class as a high schooler, apparently all these memories that she had suppressed came out.
Oh, wow.
And she went to the superintendent and basically spilled her guts. And the superintendent terminated the teacher.
What were some of the memories?
Just like coming into the room at nighttime.
Like her bedroom?
Yeah.
Indeed. This Lake City area schools document from the Office of the Superintendent, Kimberly Blasak, corroborates the statements Johnny Mickles made to our journalist about what happened in the young girl's bedroom. Quote, it is alleged that the teacher engaged in a course of inappropriate conduct with one of the district's female students, Jane Doe, who was aged 7 or 8 at the time, entered the student's bedroom during the night. While in the bedroom, the teacher uncovered the student and lifted her nightgown, grabbed the student's underwear, and attempted to pull the underwear down. It is alleged that these incidents, or similar incidents, involving inappropriate touching happened at least 5 and 10 times. The relevant documents we uncovered in this investigation are available on our website, projectveritas.com. Despite the damning evidence against the teacher, Project Veritas has decided not to name or show him because no criminal charges were ever pressed. The man in question is no longer a teacher and has left Michigan.
Oh, Lord, you know what I taught? I taught health. You know what that means? I taught sex ed, dude, to middle schoolers. I'll tell you what, as a male, I had other teachers that better you than me, because, man, you got to be careful.
This was happening when the child, how old was she?
Grade.
Okay.
Let's just say third.
Okay.
When this was happening.
Okay.
Fourth grade, something like that.
Okay.
And then 8 years later, she's in high school, and she gets him as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he says something to her that triggered all these emotions. She withdrawn. They said she totally changed. And it wasn't until she had this person as a teacher.
Wow.
And that's why the superintendent was like, something happened. Because her grades
Because the
went
memories
down.
all flooded back.
The superintendent initiated tenure charges against the teacher and wanted to fire him. Quote, I am requesting and recommending that the teacher be dismissed from his employment with the Lake City area schools, unquote.
Yep. He was terminated, but we negotiated a resignation for him.
So like a settlement agreement? Yeah. So does he teach somewhere now?
He went to the west side of the state. We don't know.
You don't know where he teaches?
I don't know if he teaches or not. He was older.
But he can teach, right?
Yeah, he didn't lose the certification.
So he could go to a school hypothetically and teach somewhere else.
The union represented the teacher, and the district agreed to pay him off to go away.
Did he get like money from the district then?
He was on leave anyway with pay.
He was?
He got to be on leave until they drew up the settlement, and then he got like the rest of the school year's payout. So he got about 6 weeks of pay, I think. And then he got the $50,000 payout. He knows what he did, and if he did something inappropriate, he knew it came back on him.
But like, you didn't give him guidance because there was no hearings. You were just like, let's resign.
No, David Hecker, myself, Mark Cousins, and the local president.
Who's Mark Cousins?
The lawyer.
Okay.
Our lawyer. We talked about it at length.
Oh, really?
And we then went to the local and said, it's up to y'all. AFT Michigan will support if you all support. They voted to support.
To support the resignation?
No, support the member. And then the district attorney called us and it's like, we give him $50,000 if you just go away. Let's just say.
Who gave him $50,000?
The district.
When we tracked down the teacher, we wanted to know his side of the story.
Teaching's a good gig, better than being a real estate agent.
You're telling me I was making $60 a year. You know? I taught middle school, so you got to be nuts to teach middle school. But I loved it.
Once you get tenure, they can't do anything. They can't get rid of you.
Not really.
You can do anything you want.
You know, within reason.
After some prompting, the former teacher did admit to some of the facts.
Yeah, there was a situation where somebody accused me of something that I didn't do, and so they were gonna just keep going, press the issue, this and that, and then I was trying to get out of there anyway. So I finally said, you know what, I'm just gonna retire. There were no charges. I mean, there was nothing ever came of it.
Right, and then you signed the agreement, and then that's when you got out of there.
Yep.
This is just the same thing.
Yep. So and I left there with it was my choice to leave, and that's what I did. Somebody accused me of something I didn't do. And,
so what you said you got? So what kind of a deal did you work out with them?
That I would retire.
What did they accuse you of?
There was an incident. They said that there was a gal that I had dated, and she had a daughter, and there was an accusation that was something to do with her daughter, which wasn't true. It was just an accusation that I did something I didn't do.
Sex with a student?
This gal I dated, her daughter accused me of doing something I didn't do, and I flat out didn't do it. I said, I'll retire, and here's the conditions. I want this much pay for this until this date. And I went to the attorney, for the school's attorney, the teacher union attorney, and they said, we'll pay you to this date, and we'll each go our own way. It's fine.
Now, Valencia, how was the teachers union to deal with?
Good. I mean, the attorney told me, hey, he said, in situations where somebody accused you of something, you know what? He said, chances are they'll find a way to make it convenient for you to leave. That's what he said. I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything. There's nothing came of it. Nothing happened. There was no charges ever because there was nothing ever happened.
But part of the agreement was you could continue to teach if you wanted to.
Oh, well,
Again, for the record, the teacher was never charged and never arrested. And he, as you heard, denies all wrongdoing. We don't know what actually happened except that the union, AFT Michigan, and the Lake City area schools had a problem. A teacher was accused of a serious crime, and the solution they came up with? Pay the teacher a bucket of money so he would just go away. If he wanted to go teach somewhere else, so be it. It would be someone else's problem. Our teachers' union investigation will continue this week with another story of a union official, also in Michigan, crossing the line. And it is not just Michigan, Randy. Keep watching, because we are just getting started.